Is the Lam-Ang Pro Max an upgrade to its predecessor, the Lam-Ang Pro, and does it live up to the Pro Max scene? Let's find out. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Lunatic Studio, your go-to channel for all things tech. And today, I have here the Rakk's newest keyboard. This is the Rakk Lam-Ang Pro Max, which is what Rakk's claim to be an upgrade from the Lam-Ang Pro. We will unbox this, see everything inside, and I'm also gonna be sharing with you the sound test and also my opinion about the product. Let's go. What I have here is the pre-built kit, which included double-shot PVD keycaps that are very reminiscent from the Rakk Plus keycaps, and also Ultimo Blacks, which I will share a sound test in a bit. They also have the barebone kit if you want to put your preferred switches and keycaps. The Lam-Ang Pro Max has a TKL or 10 key less ANSI layout with a small LED screen with this aluminum looking frame right above the arrow keys, which is the highlight of this keyboard. Its predecessor, the Lam-Ang Pro, has those two buttons and a scroll wheel. Rakk decided to replace those with this small LED screen. In my opinion, I think it was a downgrade on that point, changing something that was previously useful to something that I'm not gonna look at for most of the time. Anyways, the LED screen lets you know what time and date it is. It also plays as an indicator. You can also change the color and effect of the underglow using the settings on the LED screen. Personally, changing the colors on this board became pretty laborious. I got used to the keyboard shortcuts being the only way to change them, but now you have to navigate through the settings and menu to do it. You can also display pictures and GIFs on the screen. You can do all those with the help of the supporting app. I will provide all the relevant link in the description down below. The keyboard is mainly black. It is made from standard ABS plastic materials, so you should expect that it will feel a little cheap. The sides are actually thin. I'm gonna share with you the gasket solution they did with this thickness in a bit. The keyboard also has this smooth finish. The side profile has these grills that feel very gamery. And also, this is where the RGB lights on the side passes through. We also have two levels of flip stand on the back and some rubber feet, so you can adjust how high you want it to be. You can also find the brand logo on this adhesive metal plate stick on the bottom part of the case. On the top part in the middle, you can find the operating system switch for Mac and Windows, connectivity toggle switch that also serves as the power switch, the USB-C port for charging and wired mode, and also the 2.4 GHz wireless dongle sitting on its holder. The PCB supports 3-pin to 5-pin hot swappable Kyle universal sockets with south-facing RGB lights. Opening this keyboard up, the top frame is snapped onto the bottom case, which you're gonna have to put in some effort in order to open. I recommend using plastic prying tools to make it easier and also not to scratch the surface. Also, don't forget to disconnect the wires or connectors that are located on the bottom part of the PCB. This keyboard is equipped with polycarbonate plate that has these small flex cuts, and quite frankly, from my personal experience, they don't introduce as much cushioning because they just don't flex that much. As you can see here, the gasket mounting solution they did was these small gasket rubber feet that in my opinion doesn't introduce that much bounce either. But since those keyboards has those very thin sides, this is what Rakk decided to do. This keyboard is also loaded with dampeners, an EVA plate foam, which is my favorite by the way, an IXP switch pads, and also an EVA case foam. This keyboard also uses this white PCB, very pretty by the way, that also has flex cuts. That contributes to overall sounding and acoustics of the keyboard. It doesn't have screw holes for PCB mounted stubs, so for people who like to install screw-in stabilizers, you're gonna have to sit this one out. This keyboard also has 4000 mAh of battery that lasted me around 40 hours on a single full charge with the RGB light turned on. I bought the pre-built version of this keyboard and it came with Ultimo Black linears. Those are really cheap ones, but this keyboard is a really great challenger in the price category, and Rakk is one of the great companies that provides us with rather inexpensive but great quality peripherals, so it's understandable that they choose to go with the cheap ones to cut costs. These switches are kinda heavy in my opinion, medyo nakakangalay lang on long hours of gaming, so I'm gonna have to change the switches. The keycaps, however, these are very great. They're double-shot PVD keycaps, good quality, great colorway. The stabilizers have rattle, but it's something that I've learned to expect on cheap keyboards. We just have to tune them and make them less rattly. What do you think about the Lam-Ang Pro Max? Well, it's a looker. It's got good aesthetics and some good keycaps with it. Definitely a bang for the buck in terms of value, but for me personally, I think the LED screen was kind of downgrade from what we previously saw on the Lam-Ang Pro, which has the 2 aux buttons and the scroll wheel. And if you already own a Lam-Ang Pro, keep that one. It's already great, but if you want to try a keyboard with an LED screen, you know, you want to play with it, put some pictures and GIFs to match your setup, definitely try this one. I'll put the link in the description down below. If you found value from this video, a like will be very appreciated because these videos takes a lot of time to make. And also subscribe to see more contents and reviews like this in the future. And peace!